Dog, gangster. You caught red-handed, brother.
Mouth wide open.
Yeah, Prince Albert. Shoot, you deserve these hands, and you deserve to be under the jail too. Talking about you don't know this woman; she knows you.
Yeah. That's where you were supposed to come in.
Oh shit! Back in this bed.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Episode 46 of the Fuck That Shit Dog podcast.
Hey, here we go. FTSD.
Yes, sir.
You know, a couple things happened in between the last time we dropped this last episode. Um, a couple of other groups that have been dealing with, just trying to spread our message, and also in return showing support for other podcasts as well. Um, just feel free to share, spread, make comments, so we can make our production even better.
It sounded like you was getting ready to give some shout outs.
Um, I mean, not really any shout outs. I think we deserve a shout out,
Of course.
for consistency and to continue to provide, what we saying, a little education, a little bit of jokes with that, and just like I said, unbiased reporting. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to us, God damn it.
Always. Shout out to the Fuck That Shit Dog podcast.
Yes,
FTSD. Man, dog. So, of course, we start off with the somber news first, and this shit kind of hurt my heart because I couldn't imagine this happening to anyone in my family. Nick Cannon just lost his 5-month-old son,
Crazy.
from brain cancer, and that's we always say fuck cancer, man. It's just
Yeah,
flat out fuck cancer.
definitely, man.
And if you listen to the last episode, I went on my fuck cancer rant. I'm not gonna do it again. Y'all know how I feel. Um, so prayers to Nick Cannon, his family. His baby mother. I know she going through it. So, and I couldn't imagine losing a child, man. So that
Yeah,
shit always kind of touched me then.
absolutely, man. I mean, it's like there's nothing you can do.
Right.
You don't know what caused it. You don't know how it happens. All you know is that's your child there that you love, and there's nothing you can do. And it's like, damn. So, like I said, shout out to him, and prayers to his family.
And fuck cancer again.
That part.
And then was you familiar with Demarius Thomas? Played for the Broncos.
Just recently looked at the story, but nah, I was not familiar.
Yeah, he passed away. He was 33 years old. Man, that's young
Young,
as hell,
too
dog.
young.
And it didn't really say what he passed away from. It just said like an apparent medical issue.
Hmm.
So it's I don't know what it is. They said that he was found dead, in his apartment or in his house or something like that. So again, prayers to his family.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know, somber stuff
Yeah,
out the way.
yeah, man. Tragedy strikes, and we sometimes just don't know how to handle it,
All
but
you
you
can
must
do is
acknowledge
sing
it.
prayers, man. Gotta acknowledge it.
Gotta acknowledge it.
Gotta acknowledge it. But somber stuff out the way. Fox News.
That bullshit ass company. Bullshit.
Somebody, it was a Chris. You know how they. So we know the time of year it is, and Christmas trees is up everywhere. Fox News Christmas tree was up in front of their building.
Hmm.
Somebody came and burnt that bitch down.
Oh, that's hilarious. Shit. Oh, like
Let
set
it
it
burn, let
ablaze.
it burn, let it burn.
Like set it ablaze.
Burnt that bitch down.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go out on a limb. All they do all day long is spread hate and lies
Yeah.
all day. Now, the ironic part about Fox News is that your station was built off the backs of black shows. Nobody gave a fuck about Fox until
Martin.
Martin, Living Single, New York Undercover. Y'all built up whatever the fuck y'all built up, and now we can't get a black show on Fox halfway. So,
Nah.
but I mean,
Would
that's
you want
not
one?
the
Would
point.
you want one though? I mean,
No, no, not at this point.
people still watch Fox.
They
You
do,
watch
they do.
Fox for sports, so
You do, you do, you do.
I
But
really don't care, dog.
but
Because
it's like,
all the motherfuckers that own these TV stations is rich white people anyway.
of
So
course,
it don't really matter. Like MSNBC, the motherfucker that own NBC, he played both sides.
oh yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
played both sides. Because if you can watch MSNBC, the cable network, and get you know the left wing side of things,
Yes,
but
you
if
do.
you watch NBC, your local NBC, I bet you it's maybe one or two racist white motherfuckers on there
Definitely,
when they report a local shooting or something in your neighborhood. So
definitely.
and then when you watch regular Fox, Fox News is what it is. But when you watch Fox, your local station, bro, it don't be like that.
No,
So fuck all that. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. Well, I'm just saying, it's just ironic, but let it burn.
these owners though, the rich billionaire owners be
Hmm.
the hey,
That 1%,
they donate to both sides, man.
they
They don't give
donate
a
to both.
fuck.
Yeah,
They give their money to the motherfucker that's gonna let them do what they want to do.
that's it. That is politics in a nutshell.
Here. I don't really give a fuck who wins. Whoever wins, I'm gonna put a big load of money in their pockets and say, hey, when we do this, we need you to look the other way.
That's it.
Or when it come to making policies, we need to get this through the door. Whatever you do. I don't give a fuck about abortion, and I don't give a fuck about immigration, and I don't give a fuck about black lives, and I don't give a fuck about the KKK. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. When I go to do this, you need to help me. Here's $100 million.
And that, my friends, is America.
America.
For
Fuck ass.
real.
And then, but this is the funny part about the tree being set on fire.
Yeah.
Republicans are calling it a hate crime. They're saying this should be called a hate crime
For what?
because it involved burning of a symbol of Christianity.
Fuck that.
Nigga, the KKK burnt crosses.
I know, and the tree is not a symbol of Christianity.
It ain't. It for damn sure ain't. That's my second point.
Yeah, it's
that's
actually a pagan.
Yeah, that's a sign of paganism. Fucking your Christmas tree ain't got shit to do with Christianity.
Ain't got shit to do with Christianity.
But damn.
I mean, but that's just us being smart as fuck.
Yeah, man.
And y'all not really
So smart, you stupid.
Hey, I'm woke.
Oh my god!
I'm woke.
I'm woke. Goddamn it.
You so woke, you stupid.
Mm-hmm.
That was almost the title of last week's episode.
Yep.
When you said it, I was like, "That's a good one." But then when you went on your rant, I had to like, nah,
Yeah.
nah.
Absolutely.
Because I'm thinking about it again, and I gotta stop.
Oh yeah, man. You know what? Honestly, man. You know what? That is what I said in that 3 minute rant.
I think it was
something
longer than 3 minutes.
Yeah, I listened to it. But I was like, man, that's just something that I wanted to say so many times to individuals that
I'm honestly surprised it took 45 episodes for you to go off.
Oh yeah.
I thought that would have been come out.
Yeah, man. They should have been.
We winding down to the end of the year. Ronnie ain't said he hate fine hoes yet.
Oh
okay?
man.
It might be building up inside of him.
Might be building up.
When let it go.
Hey man. Sometimes, man, I like to depict myself as the little guy, man. Sometimes you got to stand up for the little guy, man.
Yeah.
Because man, hey, those evil forces, those jokers and those two faces out there, they need to get told, hey, I hate you, unapologetically. Moving on.
You and your BBL. Moving on. Speaking of hate crimes, because this was a hate crime that happened to these people. So the descendants of a black Georgia community, they're demanding reparations from the University of Georgia.
Right.
And the reason they're demanding reparations is because, there was a prominent black community near, I would imagine it's near Athens, Georgia, because that's where the University of Georgia is. And of course, like most prominent black communities, white people wanted the land,
Right.
came in and took it, forced all the black people out, and they built dormitories.
There you go.
And now the descendants of that community are coming for,
Dear Santa.
they coming for UGA neck.
And rightfully so. If you took the land unjustly, it's proven, there's evidence. Pay those people what you owe.
Pay what you owe.
Pay what you owe.
You are a bitch ass nigga.
Come on.
Yeah, man.
All that money, all that lineage, man, y'all got the money to pay them people.
And when we talk about, when we talk about reparations is, it had to deal with so much of what black people have gone through in this country. Like, you can talk about slave reparations, but that ain't the only reparations we are owed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you got slave reparations, you got reparations for being redlined, you got reparations for all the race riots that have happened over the years where black people were murdered in cold blood and had their land stolen. You know, this is so much shit. That's why we lump reparations in. Like, when you talk about reparations, it's so much shit that go into it. We ain't just talking about slavery. No. It's a lot of shit that happened to black people that we deserve a big, fat ass check for.
From 1619.
No.
What?
15. What was it? 1562. My numbers is off, but when the Spanish came over here with slaves first.
Okay, well, okay. Well,
Before
I'll take that number.
Before the good ship Jesus.
Okay.
The Spaniards came over here to I want to say St. Augustine.
That's a good. I mean, that's a good number because.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got that all the way up until about 1965, between 55, 65, up in there. All that time, everything that's happened to black people in between that time period.
Mm-hmm.
Pay what you owe.
All of it.
Pay what you owe. All of it.
Don't short us a dime.
Mm-mm. Come on, man.
We want
legalize
the whole enchilada.
Legalize murder. Legalize murder.
That's what it was.
That's it. And it's like, man, it's like, so it's crazy in 2021, and we've talked about it before. It's like, okay, why y'all still complaining?
Because we ain't got paid yet. But look, here's the funny thing. White man came over here, killed all the Indians and took their land. Indians got, let me stop calling them the Native Americans, killed them, took their land, and then the survivors got reparations. Right?
Yeah. Everybody got reparations.
Now look. They got reparations, but over the years, the land that they were given, a lot of it's been seized back.
Give me that shit back.
And then you got the pipeline, the pipeline, I think in Dakota.
No, I remember
that they was fighting over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna tell you like this: if you go to your oppressor begging for shit, and they eventually give it to you, trust and believe they giving it to you with some stipulations, and it's some shit in the fine print that you ain't gonna see, that some years down the line, whatever they gave you, they gonna get a piece of that shit back. They not gonna give black people reparations if some of that shit ain't coming back. That's why I always talk, we got to take that shit. Take that shit through litigation. Take that shit through where ain't no contracts, ain't no treaties, none of that shit. You're not finna give us what you owe us on your terms. You're gonna give us what you owe us on our terms. Mm-hmm. We're not gonna get that shit through fucking through voting and shit. Because if it's up to them to decide how they pay us reparations, they gonna swindle us.
they're gonna pay you a quarter for every year until 2021,
all right,
30.
so here's what we're gonna do, black people. We've decided to give you reparations in 2050. We've decided to give you reparations. Yay! We finally got reparations. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you guys a plot of land. Every year, the tenth of the 15th percentage of the first percent gets reverted back to the second tier percent. See, I don't understand what the fuck I'm saying, and that's how that shit reads to some people
on a bill
when they don't understand nothing.
on a bill.
And basically, what that shit is saying is, by the time your grandkids is old enough to inherit your land, it's not gonna belong to you anymore.
0%.
Your reparations have been reverted back to us.
Mm-hmm.
So why the fuck would we want that? But it ain't about that. This is about this black community in Georgia going for theirs.
Hope they get it.
And I hope you get it.
Dear Santa.
You're gonna pay what you motherfucking owe.
What you owe, bitch ass nigga.
Moving on. Moving on. Keeping in the discussion of descendants of Marcus Garvey are pushing Biden for a posthumous pardon. Give that man his pardon. The Honorable Marcus Garvey. Give him his pardon.
That man is one of the most important civil rights leaders who don't get their just due.
Give him his pardon
Huge
for
movement.
the role the United States played in just tearing down his movement. It's the only movement that reached countries. It wasn't just in America. It spread out to London, Africa, the Caribbean. And Marcus Garvey is an international hero.
Yeah, definitely. And just the fact that you instill pride in your thoughts and opinions were, hey, we need to organize, and that's the focus. And it's like it's been lost. It's like too much of people just we want to work within the system. We don't want to make Whitey mad. We want to try to, like you said, ask and beg for our portion. And it was like, no, we don't need to do that.
Nah.
You don't need to do that. The focus has been gone. Since the dream died on that balcony, shit. But that's neither here nor there.
And when you talk about the dream dying on the balcony, by the time he got on that balcony, he had second thoughts about that damn dream.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Let me tell you that much.
I saw that.
We talk about Martin Luther King.
There's a lot of things.
When you look back on integration and the man who spearheaded that movement, it was like, I don't know, man. I think we kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
And now we here.
And the video in which you
fully
talk
integrated. Half and a good chunk of us is fully assimilated.
Yeah. But when you make note of the apparent, teeter-tottering of resources towards one particular group of people and us being disenfranchised, like, man, when people get to talking that pull yourself up by your bootstraps bullshit, it's
I
like,
ain't got no bootstraps.
Ain't didn't have none from the jump.
Nigga, I ain't got no boots.
It's like,
the
man,
fuck? Pull myself up by I'm supposed to pull myself up by something I ain't got.
Dog, I swear to you. It's like, man, at some point you start to wonder, it's like, man, dog, were we just that bad at saving that we never passed nothing? No, it's not that.
It ain't that.
They were given a head start.
They were given a head start.
Nigga.
And they did all they could to make sure we was knocked more than a few steps back.
Yeah.
Bruh, we just talked about it. All the motherfucking budding black communities, Rosewood, Tulsa, this community in Georgia, a lot of Seneca, what was it? Seneca Valley, Seneca in New York.
Seneca Falls.
Is that what it is? Seneca Falls, where the park is now.
I mean, could be. I mean, it was Susan
what Central Park is now. That was a black community. Bruh, they took the land and turned it into a fucking park. Like, come on. What are we talking about? Man?
Right, yeah, that's it. What are we talking about?
Y'all owe us. Y'all owe us, and y'all owe it to us to pardon our heroes who instilled a sense of pride in us, and y'all punish them for that.
Yeah.
What did Marcus Garvey do? What did Marcus Garvey do that landed him in jail? Not what they said he did. What did he do?
Nothing.
Nothing. And they put him in jail for defrauding people, but that was some bullshit. Bruh, that bitch ass nigga J. Edgar Hoover. Nah, J. Edgar Hoover wasn't Garvey. But it don't matter. Like they seen that shit, and it's like, oh, we can't let this go. You see what he doing? He got 6 million black people. I said dudes. They went all dudes. Yeah, 6 million, 60 million, however the number, whatever the number was. All these black people in love with being black, wearing their natural hair, talking about Africa this, Africa. We can't have that. We can't have that. Not in America. Oh, he got to go.
He got to go. The fear of the Black Messiah is real.
It is. It is. And it was a fear of the Black Messiah before J. Edgar Hoover even wrote that dumbass document.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Anybody black with some charisma who's saying some real shit scares the fuck out of white people.
Bruh. I'm going to tell you. And I'm scared of the next nigga that rise up. Because they going to, bruh, it happens. And it happens quickly now. And they use us to fuel that shit.
Mm-hmm. They do. They do.
Now, look, I'm not calling Dr. Umar a messiah or anything like that. But you see how quickly he rose to fame. And then how quickly they said, hell no, strippergate, white woman. And then now all of a sudden, where's the money for the schools? That shit happened quickly.
You got a white woman?
No. See what I'm saying? Look, see? See what I'm saying? That shit happened quickly. All they got to do now, it's social media, it's the information age now. All they got to do is plant the seed. Mm-hmm. Niggas will spread that shit. Niggas will fertilize that bitch.
Yeah.
And that's fucked up. That happens to anybody that come up trying to do good for black people.
Yeah, I'm surprised he does not have more support. I'm surprised he's not more prevalent as a speaker.
I'm not surprised.
Well, I mean, not surprised, but
listen to how he talks. Look at the trajectory of how do I want to word? I'm just gonna say the trajectory of the nation and how people feel about things. Right. You got more people leaning towards progressive values, as in, you got
like what they think is acceptable. But us, now let me tell you something. If you raise your voice somewhere, you will startle the fuck out of
a lot of people.
Everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is crazy the amount of power that I don't know power, but you just say like what we have is like
no, you are correct.
I'd be
it's
like,
power.
Man, fuck that shit.
Think about it like this. If you have like in the workplace, or I'll give you a good example, especially with me. A lot of people at my work say I'm quiet, right? I'm soft spoken. I give you that. But like when I'm around you, when I'm around other people, hey, y'all have no problem hearing me when I talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I have no problem talking to y'all with force, with passion about certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, for some reason, I feel like I have to dial that shit back when I'm around white people, because when I speak like this in them settings, I come off as standoffish. And I'm not approachable now. And You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not no big dude, dog. I don't have no super deep voice. I'm not no husky guy. I am 5'9", 180 pounds, dog. And I'm like, I'm something to be feared. I mean, I'm a force to be reckoned with, but if you just looking at me, you're like,
Scared the shit out of people.
you know what I'm saying? And I don't understand that shit. Like, I'm not somebody that should be. I shouldn't have to. Hey, how you doing?
I gotta dial that
To
shit
grown
back.
ass men.
To grown ass
Hey
men.
man, like get the fuck out of here,
You
dog.
know, man.
That's why I'm like, I told myself, I'm like, I'm working on that shit. I'm not gonna be like just whisper talking to these motherfuckers just because they feel a kind of way when I talk the way I talk.
Yeah, it's like you scared. If I was like sitting there and talking to my coworkers, they say something like, "I'm like, man, fuck that shit."
Oh my god. So hey, you're out of line. You're out of line.
Man,
You don't need to be talking like that. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, listen.
I say some shit like, "Hey, he need his little ass whooped." Oh what? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dog. That's bruh. I mean,
Just
when
expressing
I
myself.
tell you, when we first moved down here, they started talking about I think it was the Breonna Taylor situation had just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was last year when we first moved down here.
Mm-hmm.
They was talking about it at work, and I'm the new guy, but I'm hearing this shit, and I'm like, I gotta say something. I have to say something, bruh. The boss out, they all having a conversation about it. As soon as I get in the conversation, and the conversation start getting heated just a little bit, he shut that shit down. Shut it down. They was already talking about it and being heated, but it was, you know what I'm saying, the one black guy that was in the conversation wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, he was kind of on the side of the police, and I'm sitting here like, this nigga here, that really made me want to get up and say some shit. Like, hold up now. And then when I really started to get my point across, boss, now we gotta cut this shit out.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
Got to.
I'm like, I can't even deal with these niggas like this, dog, because I'm not finna have these motherfuckers talking about art is a what's the word they like using in the workplace.
Radical shit starter.
I don't give a damn about being called a radical.
Mm,
But yeah,
rebel
it's
rouser.
along them lines. It's along them lines.
Yeah.
Whenever you in a workplace and you someone who speaks out passionately, black man can't speak passionately about shit.
Can't say nothing.
You can't speak passionately about nothing.
You know what's so crazy?
You're aggressive. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh yeah. Well, at my old
Me
school,
and my skinny self. He's aggressive.
my previous school was notorious. This area was known for Ku Klux Klan activity.
Man.
It's racist as hell. I had parents that not want to meet with me because I was black. Now, mind you, this is the atmosphere. I had a student even say to one
failed
kid,
all their children.
Yeah, and then this
you don't want to meet? All right.
One girl said, she said to this one kid as an insult, and you're black. And everybody was quiet. Before. So it was just like, man, it just really like, it blows my mind. So it's like, this is what I have to deal with every day. And it's like, as soon as I say something or voice my opinion, it's like the racists call you racist for calling out their racism.
Hell yeah.
Man, fuck that. Hell like, dog, because I'm willing to speak up and it makes you feel a way, you better eat that shit.
And this ties into a topic I have further down the list. But we could bring it up because did you see that barbershop scene? Mm-mm. All right, so have you seen the new show Harlem?
No, not yet. No.
All right, I'm probably not ever gonna see it, but it was a scene from that show that was making the rounds on Twitter and the social media verse and shit, right? So basically, what's happening in this scene is the one of the main characters of the show, lesbian, bald, she got the fade and everything. So she at the barbershop getting her hair cut. And it's another barber, not her barber, another barber cutting somebody else's hair. And you know what? Let me see if I can just fucking play the fucking clip, man. That shit goes over on the thing. All right, hold on.
Look, I'm telling you.
I'm gonna start it over.
Skeeted in her face and anything like rah, rah, rah. Look, I'm telling you, these hoes busted wide open for a 6-piece nugget. No fries.
He looked right at her when he said that shit.
He's new. You don't know the rules. Yo, Aunt, chill. You got a lady present. Maybe the lady shouldn't try so hard to look like a dude. Barbershop's a safe space.
You're not using the term safe space correctly, dumbass.
Yeah, well, she just laying there all nutted on and shit.
Yo, CJ, please get your boy. Todd, what can I do? Aunt's family. I've been coming here for years.
We've been, but me and Aunt are family. He's my mom's sister, son's nephew.
Your cousin's Todd. So anyway, I'm about to titty fuck the hoe, right? And then suddenly I realized Shorty got one titty bigger than the other.
Fuck this. I'm out.
And that whole scene sparked a debate about number one, you know, the black experience in the barbershop. I ain't never seen niggas like talk like that with
Never.
a lady present
Never.
in the barbershop.
Never.
But then number two, it sparked a debate about the savage black male trope. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean?
What we talking about?
Right.
How black men are perceived to be aggressive when we talk passionately in certain spaces about certain things.
Okay.
Like, just like I was saying, like you walk on eggshells in certain spaces because you don't want to be perceived as aggressive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then with this, you know, they're perpetrating that whole black men are sex crazed, and you know, I heard a discussion about this.
What was they saying?
One of the people that was talking related this back to the Birth of a Nation flick. How, you know, in that, not Nate Parker's, the old one, the KKK one.
Okay.
Yeah. The black person that was depicted in that show wasn't, you know, the white dude in blackface, but the black dude depicted in that movie was depicted as a savage, sex crazed.
Just wanted a white woman.
Yeah, it just wanted to
just
ravage the white woman, and they had to save the white woman from this big black savage who wanted to just But it got people thinking about that with this scene, because it's like we're being portrayed, and I'm not just saying we, but you know, black men are being portrayed as, you know, these sex crazed, like this is how the black barbershop is. That's all they talk about is getting titty fucked and not getting titty fucked, titty fucking. All they talk about is titty fucking and getting dome and yada yada, getting slobbed up, and that ain't how the barbershop is at all.
That's a terrible scene,
especially when black women are in there. Because I've been in the barbershop.
The most respectful place for a black woman.
Yeah, I've been in the barbershop when it was all men. Now this is a difference. When it's barbershop, when it's all men, is a lot different from when it's the barbershop and there's women or older women present.
Right.
Kids.
You're respectful.
Yeah.
Dog, in the barbershop, the number one thing niggas is talking about in a barbershop, sports. It's sports.
That's the number one topic.
No one, what you feel about this team? What you feel about this fighter? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You might,
because then you think about it, not everybody in the barbershop is cool like that. Like, we don't know. So you're not gonna walk in the barbershop talking about your sexual exploits.
0%.
I
never.
Hey, me and my barber cool, but we ain't that fucking cool.
I'm not talking about sex and all that stuff with another nigga that I don't know randomly.
You know, the nigga that did cut my hair, back when I was back home and down here, like, we cool, but we wasn't that doggone cool.
I feel like this, for the sake
I walk in the barbershop with my son. What the fuck?
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
For the sake of artistic expression, or the sake of trying to create some type of cinematic experience, That was terrible. That was a terrible idea.
Yeah, and
that's
I don't
terrible.
like this. That's why I'm like, when I seen this, because
There's
I've
nobody-
seen the commercials for Harlem, I'm like, all right, that sound like it looked like something, you might view if you had the chance to see it. I have Amazon Prime, so I want, I like finding different shows to watch. Especially like shows that I could watch with my girl.
Mhm.
But I'm like, after seeing that, I'm like, I don't think I would want to watch this one because look, I have watched Dear White People. I've watched She's Gotta Have It. I don't know how much I can take. This,
but to me the scene was overt. So you up here just trying to be. No one is blatantly that disrespectful
not at all.
to women in their presence. As far as I Titty did this and did that. No one does that. So
No.
like whoever thought that would be entertaining or whatever, like
If you wanna point that out as a bad experience she had in at the barbershop because of one idiotic person in the barbershop.
I just want to keep going.
You know what I'm saying? And then the other thing I didn't like about that scene is no one in the barbershop checked that nigga.
Yeah, and niggas do check niggas when you doing some shit that they
Quick.
feel is disrespectful. Like,
Quick.
dog, what you doing?
It's like we not like that, y'all.
At
We're
all.
not.
And you gonna be like, oh man, that's my boy. Let him talk like that.
Nah, fuck that.
No.
He just like that. No.
No, it ain't like that.
He's not just like that. I can't. I've been in barbershops where there were black female barbers. You know what I'm saying? It's black straight female barbers, black gay female barbers. Growing up, I've had women cut my hair. I had dudes cut my hair. I mean, I have never experienced anything like that. And I know, yeah, well, everybody experienced something different. You can't say what somebody else experienced. All right, cool. But even if they experienced it, find another barbershop.
Yeah, but
If you went to a barbershop anywhere and was talked to like that, and that motherfucking and nobody checked that nigga, that's not the place for you.
yeah, but like I said, for that to be whatever that scene was, that's a terrible scene. Because nobody talks like that. Like I said, there's no men that talk randomly with other men about sex. Now, I'm gonna say this though. Now, white people might say some shit like sometimes I feel like white dudes like to say sexually inappropriate stuff to each other, referring
That's
to
just white people in general. They like to give up.
Yeah.
They like to give information
Yeah.
freely.
Yeah, and it's like, dog, black people don't do that like that. Me, I'm not telling like
I don't give a
penis jokes or what I'm
information.
doing. Like, what the fuck?
Bruh, you can meet a white guy, and within 2 minutes
They'll
of
say
meeting him,
some
you
freaky-ass
know
gay
his
shit.
whole life story.
Yeah,
And then he'll say some freaky shit. Like,
yeah, some old free like
you just met me. You feel that freely with me to talk to me like that, dog?
I'm gonna go the other way.
I don't know you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the other way. He's like, am I right? No,
Hey,
you're not right.
That's a lot of the reasons why I got in fights with white people when we was at school. Like, cause the wannabe hip white boys that think it's cool to say nigga just because they said it around. Like, I'm like, hold up, dog. You got to chill. You do not know me like that.
Come on.
We are not friends. I'm not your boy. I'm not your buddy. He might think it's cool, but if you say it to me again, you might catch this uppercut.
Come on.
I'm just saying. And then say it again and the fight breaks out. What can I do? You've been warned.
Yep. Yeah, definitely not a fan of that scene.
Nah. But yeah, it's again, we damned if we do, damned if we don't. Now we getting depicted like this by our own people. When the only thing we had to worry about was white people trying to show us off like that. Now black people, allies of the LGBTQ,
there you go. Let's go. Tell the truth.
are starting to say, well, yeah, black men are this and black men are that. And it'd be baffling me when it's like, nigga, you a black man. You a black man. Like, are you What are we doing? You black first, you a man second. If you an ally to the LGBTQ, nigga, that's tertiary,
Come on.
nigga. Where do your allegiances really lie?
Come on. Black first.
You know what I'm saying?
Period.
We need to see more positivity in
Or at
how
least some
we
more
depict
accurate shit.
black men. Yeah, or at
Some
least
more
more
accurate.
accurate. Barbershop the movie was very accurate.
Yeah, he's like, dog, these is making jokes. Not making women feel uncomfortable. These make jokes.
You know something? You know something? A lot of the times when I'm in the barbershop, it really don't be a lot of conversation like that. You might have the TV playing. The old head got his clients. They probably having a conversation.
No, it can be quiet.
And your barber might say something to you, but again, like y'all don't really know these unless you got a real good relationship with your barber.
Yeah.
You're not sitting in that chair and talking the entire time.
No.
Bruh, my homeboy, who I went to school with, I known this nigga for since before 2000. I went home for my niece's wedding. He cut my hair. We ain't just talk the shit the whole time. We talked because that's my homeboy. I ain't seen him in a minute, so we talk. But then after a while, dog, you kind of sit and get your hair cut.
Yeah. You don't want this nigga to fuck up.
You know what I'm saying? You chill.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But like I said, man,
After all the how you doings and how's life and how you been and man, you
I'm
like it
coolin',
down
my
there?
nigga.
Yeah, man. I see you doing your thing. Go here, hell yeah. All right, go ahead.
That's it.
Zzz.
That's it.
That's what it is.
You checking out who the fuck played last night? Comment on the game. That's it.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's very family friendly.
Very. Like everybody has this depiction because movies like Barbershop. Movies like Barbershop came out that happens in the barbershop every day. That's not every day in the barbershop.
No.
You go to the barbershop on a Tuesday and see who come through there.
For real.
Most people work.
Yeah, and it's quiet. It needs more. They want to get fresh for wherever they go.
A lot of people like going in the barbershop early in the morning when ain't nobody there. You the first couple customers in there. And guess who's usually in there that early? You and a bunch of fucking kids and they mama.
That's it. And you think they talking sexually explicit in there?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Because he ain't trying to lose out on
no money.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heads. She
$20
got
a
6
piece.
kids. Oh, and you.
At $20 a piece. Hey man, shut that shit up.
20.
You know what I'm saying? Shut that shit up, dog.
Kids cuts is 30.
Fucking-
Inflation killing us.
You fucking up the money talking
Hey,
like that.
it's a lot of niggas growing their hair out.
I'm telling you.
Hey, getting that self-cut kit. Inflation is killing us.
Mhm.
But yeah, man.
Yeah. Moving.
Where was we can move on.
Yeah.
Kanye and Drake performed together at the Free Larry Hoover benefit concert last night.
Excellent.
That's dope. And as always, Free Larry Hoover. He doesn't need to be in there anymore. Let him out.
That part.
Travis Scott opens up about the Astro World tragedy. He did an interview with Charlemagne.
So he denied it. I get it.
Denied what?
Deny, whatever the liability that he's trying to place on him.
Oh, well,
I get it. He's not solely responsible, but
he's not solely responsible, but it's his festival. He's liable.
Yeah, it could be. Well, I mean,
He probably don't understand. He probably don't understand how he's liable.
Yeah, Rock Nation, the venue.
It's your
management
festival. Some form of fashion, you're going to be liable. Now, here's the thing. If people are suing him as a person, he's not liable. Unless, if he threw it, if that whole venue was that whole festival was thrown by him under his name and not a like a business name or something, then he's gonna be held liable. If he throw it under a business, the business is held liable. Like usually you have but because it's Travis Scott's Astro World, he's liable.
Crazy.
It's just shit. You're liable. That's why you're being sued.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens, but hey, you can't get your kids back. So that's some sad ass shit. So somebody got to be held responsible.
I didn't. I wanted to watch the interview. I started to watch the interview, but then I saw some other interviews that piqued my interest more, and I watched them instead. So,
Mhm.
but I did see that he did finally speak up about it.
Yeah.
And hey, it is what it is. And like I said, I ain't gonna say that.
Well, hey, he's rich. He'll be all right.
They suing him for a lot of millions.
Yeah.
He might not be rich long. I ain't gonna say that because I don't like seeing. Cause he a young black brother, dog. I don't want to see him lose his money because of
he is, but
some shit happened at his concert.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like I said, man, we'll see. You know, keep making good music.
I think it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Negro League pioneers Buck O'Neal and Bud Fowler were inducted into the 2022 National Baseball Hall of Fame.
Hey, well deserved. Well deserved.
Well deserved. Juicy Smollier.
Yeah, dog. I like that.
Found guilty
that
on
pronunciation.
5 of 6 counts.
Yep, lying, and fabricating a hate crime. But you know what?
Oh my God.
Hey, he probably ain't gonna get no time. He probably gonna get probation, but he's gonna be forever shamed for
misdemeanors. Were they misdemeanors?
No, they're gonna make it a felony. It was a felony.
The felonies?
Yeah.
Oh.
But he's probably not. But it's your first time offender. He ain't never got in trouble. So.
Yeah, but he black.
That's true. That's a trump card. That's a spade. So I don't know. But he will never live this down. He probably will never work in Hollywood again. Or maybe 10 years from now. Maybe
Journey, you need to talk to your brother.
People they need to forget. Motherfucker be working at Office Max somewhere making copies. Cause shit, nigga can't get out of job.
Be all right, man. Like, if anything, he can go to his sister and say, "Hey, why don't we produce something?" And let's
just be behind the scenes.
Yeah, cause
he could, man. It's crazy though. But did you hear about supposedly his testimony might have got or whatever he said might get Don Lemon fired from CNN, talking about he was letting him know. He said Don Lemon was letting him know that the Chicago PD did not believe the story. So it's like you tipping him off. Yeah, so like that's crazy. So Don Lemon and that guy Chris Cuomo lost their job fucking around. Fucking around.
Them motherfuckers at CNN, dog. Y'all need to just go back to doing unbiased news.
Yeah. So yeah, I think there's some conflict of interest, you know what I'm saying? Your brother the governor. Shit.
So. CNN, they started going left and shit started going left.
Yeah, shit when
y'all was unbiased and reported both sides equally, then nobody give a fuck. Y'all had Anderson .Paak. Damn.
Anderson Cooper.
Mm-hmm. And then y'all had what's that nigga name? Piers Morgan. Yep. Y'all had both of them on the same network. Wolf Blitzer. All these motherfuckers on the same network. Larry King, all on the same network. Well, Larry King was before Pierce. Yeah. But yeah, y'all had all these motherfuckers on the same network. Nobody gave a shit about what was going on at CNN. But then once y'all started leaning to the left,
yeah,
shit start going left.
And also, even with that being said, like not necessarily just doing news, y'all motherfuckers started them opinion pieces.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You just they're just like you just want to have like a little 5-minute rant.
We want to be everything that look. All this everybody trying to be more progressive. Just stop. I like some progressive takes, but everything don't need to be progressive. You don't have to hop on every progressive wave, because there's nothing wrong with a little conservatism.
I agree.
There's nothing wrong with it. Long as you ain't trying to use that conservativeness or conservatism, whatever the word is, long as you ain't using that to try to deter people from living their lives, I don't give a fuck. I would rather. Because I swear I hold a lot of conservative values.
Yeah.
And most black people do. And it's way more than they care to admit. Moving on. Ghislaine Maxwell trial is also underway.
Get your motherfucking ass under the jail.
Guilty! That nigga is guilty!
Come on.
And she telling on.
And she
Actually,
going
I
in.
don't know what's going on in that trial. They ain't talking about it, are they?
So to be not as
They
much as
not,
they should.
there's not much details coming out about
But-
that shit.
But will be, to me, it will uncover basically what people probably been saying along. The people who run our country are pedophiles. And it's documented.
Fact.
And I think, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if some mysterious person comes into a cell and chokes her ass out like they did what my man Epstein.
Yep. Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah. So I mean, dogs.
I'm wondering,
They got
like,
a lot
are
of
they?
dirt.
They not releasing much on it. I want to see her testimony.
So
Is
and
that
then
shit
the
even
question is
public?
why? Well, like I said, everything else is public.
I want to see her testimony.
No.
I want to know
Who else was at
who
that
else was
motherfucking
at the
island?
motherfucking island.
Because Prince Albert was
Where's the ledger?
Let me tell you how gangster white people are. This is how gangster. The motherfucker Prince Albert is in a picture with the chick. This motherfucker see the picture of him with the chick on the documentary, say it wasn't him. Bitch ass nigga, that's you.
Say you saw me on the picture. Wasn't me.
Dog, that's the craziest junk ever. That's how gangster white people is. Dog, I don't recollect. You don't recollect? That's you.
That's not me, bloke.
Dog. Gangster. You caught red-handed, brother.
Mouth wide open.
Yeah, Prince Albert. Shoot, you deserve these hands, and you deserve to be under the jail too. Talking about, you don't know this woman; she knows you.
In the biblical sense.
In the biblical sense. So I mean, man, hey, I hope she go to jail. I need to. You going to jail now, please?
You going to jail now?
Okay, what's
You
up,
going to
nigga?
jail now?
Let's go, nigga.
You going to jail?
Amsterdam in real life. New York City opens first safe drug injection sites.
That's wild. So you want to do your drug in a safe place?
In theory, it's a good thing.
It is.
In theory.
In theory.
Because if there's a place where addicts can go to shoot up their drugs, and in the event they OD, there's people there that can treat them immediately. In theory, that's a good thing.
In theory.
But let's think about it. Safe drug injection sites. Where the drugs coming from? Because they gotta buy them. So if the drug injection site is available, I mean, like, are y'all leaving the drug dealers alone now? Can they drug deal in peace? Is it safe? I guess what I'm like, the Amsterdam. You know where Amsterdam came from. You know, if y'all ain't seen The Wire, I feel sorry for you. But yeah, I'm wondering if these motherfuckers is like, do they have drug dealers outside the safe? Like, here, man, here go yo. You know, let me get a quarter. Get your quarter. You go inside the safe drug injection, shoot up. be feeling all good and then leave? Or, like, what is this? A sanctioned crack house?
I mean, basically, that's what it is. I mean, that's where we at with it.
Look, bro, I just be finding these headlines and just run with them. Like, I don't know much about this shit, and I gotta look into this shit because it's like, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, I figured just like you said, a place where you can do it and not, maybe like you said, contamination
They give out free
issues.
needles and shit. Like,
Yeah, like it's some kind of way because I think people feel as though.
but think about this though.
Mhm.
We allow, like, okay, you allowed to go in here. This is New York City, the same place where they have vaccine mandates, the citywide. If you want to work, you gotta motherfucking take the shot. And they say it's about health, but in the same sense, here's this place where if you a drug addict, you can just go kill yourself, shoot up all you want. You OD, we got people there, bruh. I don't think they will have enough people there to tell a crackhead you can shoot up all you want, smoke all you want, and if you OD, we got somebody here to help you immediately.
Mm.
What if 10 niggas OD at the same time? It's happened. I'm sure it's happened somewhere.
I don't know, man. That's interesting. Good topic.
No, it's not. It's not a good topic. That's stupid.
Good topic.
I'm confused. I'm. It's in theory, it sounds like a good thing, but I would like to see how this shit works. Uh, Parents, students at an LA school are complaining because their children were vaccinated by the school without parental consent.
School violated. You can't inject anybody's kid without giving them consent. That's bullshit. Sue the school.
It was a nigga that it was a mom that said her kid was offered pizza in exchange to get the vaccination.
And that's that
And
bullshit.
don't tell mom that we vaccinated.
And that's that bullshit. That's crazy.
Okay, so don't tell mom, right? So what if, all right, you done shot this little nigga up, and now what if she want to take him to get another shot the day after, but don't tell mom that you shot him up, and then he go get another shot. Now while he trying to tell mom, the school ain't gave you no shot, boy, I'm finna take you to get this fucking shot. Shut up, mama. They told me not to tell you I got the shot, but the school ain't said nothing to me about no shots. Here, take this shot. Now he got double doses. What if something happened after he get them double doses?
That's right.
That's all hypothetical, but I mean, this shit happens.
It do happen.
And then did we already talk about the federal judge blocking Biden's the vaccine mandate for federal contractors?
We haven't before, but that's been something. I mean, but dog, if you think about it, man, you taking away people's civil liberty. Like I said, if you don't want to take it, you ain't got to. But I'm gonna take it. I mean, I don't know about no booster, but you know what I'm saying, because they even started talking about a fourth shot now. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna take no shit
Bruh,
like that over and over again.
I think we said this already. If you got the shot, you're gonna have to continue taking the shot, and you probably gonna have to take a shot once every 6 months, maybe once every 3 to 5 months. And that's just the way life is. It's like the flu shot. You probably gonna have to take it every year. Once they figure out how COVID moves, how it mutates, when it mutates, you know what I'm saying? And they work this shit out, it's gonna be a vaccine every year.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy.
We already got the Omicron running around this motherfucker.
What they said is more contagious but less dangerous.
Yeah. So this is a new mutation. It's a weaker version, but it's more active. Now, what's the next mutation gonna be?
Mm-hmm.
And then and you in a fraternity,
Yep.
so I know you know the Greek alphabet.
Yep.
Delta and Omicron, how far apart are they? You don't got to just run out the alphabet right now, but they a few letters apart, right?
Yeah. So we missed a few
So what have there been variations in between?
that we ain't know about.
How y'all get to Omicron? Omicron is toward the end, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much the equivalent to O.
Mhm.
Well, what happened to epsilon, gamma? Gamma is before, right? Eta. What happened to all them?
I don't know. Somebody ain't telling us something.
Is it an iota variant? A kappa variant?
I mean, those are great questions though. But we wouldn't know.
I was gonna say.
But we wouldn't know.
I was gonna say, is the kappa variant gonna shimmy?
No, you ignorant dog. It might.
Yeah, dog. All right. I'm looking to see what this shit do, because the Department of Justice was like, you know what, they can block whatever the fuck they want. We gonna fight this shit to the very end. This shit probably gonna go to the Supreme Court, and it'll probably well, you know what, I don't know, because the Supreme Court is mostly right leaning, right?
Yeah.
So, and then you got how many Trump Trump
At least
appointees
two.
in there?
At least two.
At least two. Yeah. So who knows? This shit go to the Supreme Court. It's just a toss up of which way it can go. Simone Biles is Time Magazine's 2021 Athlete of the Year. A lot of applause going around today.
Yeah. People deserve their props. I mean, even though she pulled out of an event, but hey, you still represent your country well.
Man, she still showed out in 2021.
Yeah. She still won other times.
Yeah.
That twisted shit just happened at the Olympics.
Yeah. Just like, and again, to the casual fan, the Olympics ain't the only time these people do what they do.
That's right.
She competes every year. Every year.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with track athletes. They compete every year.
All year.
All year.
Track season.
It's seasons.
Yeah, it ain't just
It starts at the beginning of the year and goes into the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Starts in the spring, ends in the summer, ends in the fall.
And it's just some meets. Some meets may be a little bit more famous than others, but they running.
Shout out to Simone Biles. Lil Wayne was accused of pulling a gun on his bodyguard.
Good for him.
What happened?
I don't know. I think the bodyguard might have. I read a little bit of it. He's like threatened to say something like some leaked photos of him and like his girl or something like that. And he pulled out an AR-15.
Ooh.
Yeah, but you know what?
Lil Wayne a felon, ain't he?
Huh? I believe so. So he could get in some trouble, but as small as he is, he probably needed that AR-15.
Yeah.
Yeah. Being that I haven't used my soundboard, he probably. Let me see here real quick. Let me see. What did he need? He needed this right here.
That big boy gun. God
Yeah.
damn, that shit loud as fuck.
Yeah, because he ain't knocking out no bouncer. He definitely knocking out no bodyguard.
Nah.
Like I said, all that gay shit he be talking, strictly for the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, he need that shit.
Now here is the most confusing headline I found, because I think it's a bunch of bullshit. The LAPD is requiring all of its officers to immediately report any use of force they witness. What you think about that?
I would say just well overdue, but are they going to do it honestly? Well overdue.
Bruh, use of force in the LAPD is going to rapidly decline per them. But niggas is going to be like, nah, they still whooping our ass. They just ain't saying nothing.
I mean, it's just amazing. As always, I mean, it's just amazing, man. It's people just people won't reform.
It's going to be a lot of book cooking going on because now before they didn't, if they wasn't saying nothing about it, they just wasn't saying nothing about it. Or if they mentioned it in the police report, they mentioned it and justified it. Now it's gonna be a hell of a lot of justifying. Oh, and then and not to mention coercing people into becoming quote unquote threats so that the police are justified in using force. There's gonna be a lot of that now.
Oh, I'm sure. But
I'm forever on the side of fuck the police.
yeah.
They can't get it right. They don't want to get it right. They'll never get it right. And this shit, like I said, it's bullshit.
Well, like accountability is big, and that's what needs to happen.
Not to them.
Yeah, and you're right. But anything that'll hold some racist ass, traumatized white boy who wants to be a bully, jacked up off of steroids and going to the gym, if it's gonna make them hold themselves accountable for the bullshit that they do, let's go.
But it's not, is what I'm saying.
No, you're right. It's still systemic, but if somebody gets caught,
For them to say, for them saying it is all right. They said it.
yeah,
The LAPD is requiring its officers to report use of force. Anytime they see it, they got to report it. Okay.
You're right. But
yeah, I saw Officer Robinson slap this kid up, but the kid jumped at him with a closed fist. He was defending himself. That's what the report is gonna say.
Well, and you're right, but I'm just saying, for the sake of the possibility of somebody being held accountable for their actions, that's at least some kind of step.
It's more symbolism. I don't see this as a good thing, bro. I don't. It's good on paper. It's good. They saying it. Oh, the LAPD is requiring it. Haven't they always? Because you have to put that shit in the police report.
You do.
They have always required it. Yeah. So them saying that they're requiring it, what does that mean?
So that means that doesn't do anything for you because it's already supposed to be depicted accurately.
And we saying it's like police don't already hide shit or cover shit up. Let's say, oh, I have to report any use of force that I witnessed. Okay, I'll turn my back so that I can't see it.
Yeah, while you still.
But John is getting his ass whooped back there by Officer Ramirez.
Yeah, still he's still.
I can hear it,
getting slapped.
But if I can't see it, I can't tell you who was whooping who ass.
Yeah. I'm just turn my back while you hear a bunch of these.
Yeah. So what are we doing? Like it's good on paper. It looks nice on paper. Oh, the LAPD is doing their part. No, the fuck they not, because the cops ain't going. They're gonna find a way around this shit. That's what pigs do. They find a way around the shit.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point.
They find their way around the shit all the fucking time. All the fucking time. So, fuck the police. If y'all think this is cool, more power to you. It looks good on paper, but I'm telling you what's gonna happen. And I don't know, 5 months down the line, let's talk to some people in LA and let's see if they not getting their ass beat still. Because the LAPD is still one of the most corrupt police forces in the country, along with the NYPD. the larger the police department, the more corrupt.
And JSO is up there.
I have to take your word for it. I've only lived down here for like a year and a half.
Fuck JSO.
I've only really dealt with them once, and that was in a traffic stop. So it was a good thing that went well. Is Instagram damaging the kids' mental health?
You know what? Though, man, the way things look today.
My son knocking on the door.
Yeah, he wanted to hear what's going on.
Dad. You hear him out there?
Yeah. Everything damaging kids' mental health.
And
mental health is just a
social
thing
media is detrimental to everybody.
To everybody.
Mental health.
To everybody.
Because look, all right, the Gorilla Glue girl was trending again because she had another hair mishap.
Golly.
Basically, I think she tried to dye her hair brown, and you know she already had some chemicals in there from when she did the Gorilla Glue thing, and they had to get the Gorilla Glue off her hair, right? So I'm assuming that her hair did grow back,
right?
Of course, but she tried to dye it, and her hair started falling out, and so she needed stem cell therapy to heal. And she's putting all this on her social media. That's why it's got to be something going on in her mental health that she feel like she got to torture herself or make herself go through this stuff and then put it on social media to be talked about. Because if some shit like that happened to me, I won't want nobody to find out.
Well, I mean, and it's gonna get worse. You know, the instant or the need for validation in order to feel like you are a part of this world.
Right.
People, like I said, people just doing things for the sake of doing things. So, like, let me give you an example. White dude, right? White dude took this video. He was with Joel Osteen, and he was holding the camera up. He's like, you're a piece of shit, right? Yeah. So he's telling Joel Osteen this, right? So it's like, you're doing this for what? Maybe he is, but just for the sake of trying to go.
Joel Osteen is a piece of shit.
Yeah. I mean, for the sake of going viral. So it's like everybody is, is looking for approval. Everyone's looking, and it's like it's very unrelatable to me because I've never given a fuck about what people think. So it's like to see that there's so many people that's like all into me,
and that has to be a mental health concern right there. That's why I'm like, when you say, is Instagram damaging the kids' mental health? Hell yeah, because it's damaging the grown ass people's mental health. This like you said, this desperate need for validation. The search for likes and loves and comments and all, like, that has to be some type of mental thing that makes you crave that attention. It's always a mental thing.
Yeah, man.
Because what makes you do stuff? Your mind. Everything's mental.
Yeah. And like I say, you inside your head and you just keep thinking. It's like, man, the pressure on young girls to be accepted by other girls.
How am I gonna get trending again? I know I'm gonna put some chemicals in my hair that I'm not supposed to put in my hair.
Yeah.
And when my hair starts falling out, I'm gonna put the shit on Twitter and TikTok and say, look, y'all, look what's happening. I done fucked my head up again.
Yeah.
And now I need stem cells. She done got over on America because after she got the fucking Gorilla Glue shit, they paid for her fucking surgery to get the shit taken out. And how the hell does she afford stem cell therapy? Stem cell therapy,
That's
bro.
expensive.
To grow the hair back and heal the wounds in it. Get the fuck. Come on, man. It's either a fake ass thing to get some more views, or it's a fucking horrible thing that happened to her that she's exploiting to get some more motherfucking views.
Yeah.
If that ain't a mental illness, I don't know what the fuck is.
Hey,
And with that being said,
mm-hmm.
let's get to this black-owned business feature.
Yes, sir.
I like when I find out like new businesses around the world that, you know, if you was to go to a different city and hear about like certain things, like it's kind of like a tourist attraction for you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's usually when you talk about wineries, these are places like, oh, not a liquor store, a winery where they actually make the wine, and you can go and tour the shit and see and see like how they make the stuff and all that stuff like that. I think stuff like that is cool. So the business that we're gonna feature today is Old Orleans Wines out in New Orleans. Old Orleans Wines is a winery. You can go on their Instagram at Old Orleans. It's OLEORLEANS, and just see what they're about. And if you out in New Orleans, if you listening from New Orleans and you like drinking wine, go out there. If you visiting New Orleans and you like drinking wine, go out there, check them out. Instagram again is at Old Orleans, and that's our black-owned business feature for today. Now, I know the holidays is coming up. You working your butt off, trying to get that Christmas money so you can buy your badass kids all the Christmas presents that they probably don't deserve, but you want to give it to you anyway because you love them. Little nigga ain't cleaned his room all year, but he been begging for that PS5, and you just gotta get it. So you at work, working double time, extra shifts, 7 days a week, so you can get that fat ass right before Christmas check. While you at work, I want you to punch that clock and go into your work day with the motherfucking confidence of who? Who, bro?
10 Jada kisses.
10 of them. Because you're going to need that shit. Because after you did all that work and get all that money and you go to the store and find out they ain't got no PS5s for your ass, you're going to need that confidence to cuss somebody the fuck out. Live in love like it's your last. Live in love like it's all you have. This has been the Fuck That Shit Dog podcast.
We out.